the last election that happened. I mean, I watched your IG live a lot. I must say, it's very inspiring. And I hope people can, whenever you're on live on IG, I hope people can tune in and listen, because I think what you're doing is you are awakening people's consciousness. I was speaking to my friend, a friend of our friend downstairs that just came from Canada. He was like, I was telling him that it's funny how you can be in your house in somewhere in Lagos, and somewhere in the UK, somewhere in Canada, somewhere in America, someone is somewhere with their earphones listening to you speak, and something is happening to them within when you're speaking. You're doing something that can't really be described to their mind, to their consciousness. So you've spoken a lot about the election. What is your assessment of this last election that just happened, presidential, governorship elections?
I mean, it is still an elitist competition with no room for the people to truly represent themselves. I think the closest that the people had to representation in this election was the African Action Congress, the AAC, with Freire at the helm.
Of course.
I think this is a global thing, and it's because we, as a colonial offshoot of the nation, with our elite still completely aligned with the neo-colonial interest, they also buy into that game, the fascist game of the world. Because truly the world is a fascist place as we live today. But we are deceived that this fascism is democracy. Because everywhere in the world, the game that is played is this. Whether you're in America, you are in England, you are in Canada, you are in India, anywhere, except maybe China. Seriously, except maybe China.
Or Russia.
No, Russia, yeah. Russia is very steeped. Russia is neck and neck with America in the game. But the good thing about Russia is that Russia is more open to the game. If you look at Russia, you can even see the game clearer than looking at the United States, where they are insidious with the game. They try to really shield it like you are the one choosing something.
It's more indirect.
And when they now give you what they want to give you, they know that the world will not like it. They blame somebody else. Exactly. It's Russia that puts Trump. We Americans are not racist. We don't like. How can we? It is not Americans that voted for Trump. It is the Russians. It is 100 Russians in a room with a laptop.
And their boats and everything. Russian boats.
It's not your racism that put Trump there. We heard. So what they do is, all the rich people in every country, they divide themselves into two groups: liberals, conservatives, in whatever name they call themselves. But what is bad in Africa is that we don't even have a liberal option. LP, conservative. AAC, APC, conservative. PDP, conservative. This ultra-religious, moral, strict, unmoving ideology, of capitalism and just give me, which it makes our own even more insidious. That is only the right that exists. There's no true left, And what they do, even in the countries that they divide themselves, these rich people into the right and the so-called left, which is really not a left, this is just another kind of right centrist. And they say, well, we disagree with each other, and then you get to pick from this same group of rich people, and they say you have an option, but it's only wealth and status that is represented, and the people are given the illusion of action while they are acting on behalf of the rich people in their country. And these rich people are not even truly divided, because they divide themselves in the political space where power has truly been devolved. Power no longer exists in the political space. It exists in the financial and economic spaces. It is the corporations that decide. And it is on the board of these corporations that all these elites are truly united. So even in our country, Nigeria, you find that many of the people in APC, PDP, LP are all board members of many companies together.
Of course. Yes.
You know, and in this board, they don't argue, they don't fight. Yeah. They work together for the betterment of themselves and their family. You know, then they come on the political space and act like they are divided. You know, whereas, and this is true about America, it is true about the United Kingdom, it is true about anywhere else.
Western societies,
you know, because this is where they get their blueprints, you know, blueprint from. So we the people truly don't have an option. You know, and that is what I'm trying to create and what Nigerians don't really understand, because also they are not class conscious. Nigerians believe that your existence is you are here to be rich, to make it and get comfort. You know, not that as African people, we are a conquered people and we are here to be free. You know, we choose the lazy man's freedom, which is wealth. You know, you're looking for money. So money can help you be free. But only to a certain extent, as an African. Money cannot truly help us be free. There are so many rich African people today, but look at how we still exist. As rich as people like Dangote and the $10 and the Lumelus and all these people that are billionaires in Nigeria, what can they do to develop they can't even spend their money to develop their country. They cannot even invest in real institutions that uplift their people in a positive way. Hospitals, schools, industries. What I'm trying to say is they have no legacy. As rich as they are. So it shows that money can't really make you be free. You know, if you are rich and you can't build a legacy, it means you are hindered one way or the other. 100%. You know, and it's also because they have programmed us as African people through the colonial education, you know, to believe that our talent is only for us to chase money. We don't understand that our talents are given to us to develop our communities. You know, we believe in investing our talent in other things that will enrich us. And I understand that. It is also the lazy way to see the world. And it's how they train us. You know, you go to school everywhere you go, that's how they train you. You know, you are not a doctor because you are supposed to heal your nation. You're a doctor because you're supposed to become a doctor to get a salary and build a house, marry a wife. You're not a lawyer because you're supposed to make your country more just. You're a lawyer because you're supposed to get rich clients. Of course. You're a banker because you're supposed to make money, not create wealth in your nation. You know, you're actually extracting the wealth, you know. So these are the things that we need a true people's movement to create. And when I see Nigerians being hoodwinked by their true class enemies, you know, nothing pains me that much. You know, especially when those class enemies come to disguise themselves in some way or another as something different from what they are. You know, that's why I told you that Russia plays the game, but I respect Russia's game. You know, we are the oligarchs. We run this country. They're open. We are on one side, we are against our... Don't come and deceive us with this democracy shit. Oh, we are this, we are that, we are believing. Come on, man. You know? I do agree with that 100%. But I'm going to come to, because I saw where you were going to when you mentioned trying to pretend as if you're something you're not. But coming to this issue of the election, why is it that despite all the stuff we saw on social media, all the gra-gra, all the online, will I say, bullying and all that, I mean, I think you experienced it as well. Why do you think we still had a poor voter turnout of 27%? So we had 98 million registered to vote and only 25 million cast their votes. That was so poor. Online 27%, but you had all this online politics, all these bloggers, this shows you that Twitter. Nigerians are truly waiting for something. That whatever the noise is, it was just noise. It really wasn't inspiring anybody. Because because as you said, we have 98 million registered voters, right? Yes. So there's a silent majority. Exactly. That is waiting to be awakened. Exactly. You know. And that is the number I'm looking for. That's why I tell people that there's no rigging of a people's movement, a true people's party, a true people's party that does the on-ground work, not only the online work. You know, the tsunami of numbers cannot be stopped. You know, just the way Buhari was able to usurp PDP's hegemony, you know, the people will also usurp the hegemony of the elites in this country one day. But they are not stupid. That's the thing. Many people think Nigerians are stupid. You know, you want to call a dog a monkey for them. they will sit down in their house.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, they will sit down in their house, So it is not for me. It is not about. We are not really playing. As I said, only the AAC, but Nigerians. I don't know how they are able to do it. It's the power of the media.
Yeah.
When you can control the narrative, the way the billionaires of Nigeria and all over the world. I don't want Nigerians to believe this rhetoric like we are some kind of specially evil people or we are just behaving in the level of our development. But this phenomenon that we experience is global.
Yes.
Murdoch owns 80% of the world's media. One man.
Yeah. Washington Post, Fox
everything.
News.
You want to go to CNN and say what Ted Turner doesn't want to hear? Come on, it's not going to happen. The moment the world decided that the narrative of the world can be owned by a few set of people that decide what is headline news and what is backpage news, we decided to hand over the reach, our power and our voice,
Yeah, sorry, Jeff Bezos owns Washington Post.
Yes.
Murdoch owns Wall Street Journal.
Murdoch is even the biggest.
Yeah.
He owns 80% of global media.
I think he owns Sky News at some point.
He owns Sky. He's still BSB, Sky BSB.
Oh, yeah.
News of the World. Okay, they had to shut that down.
Yes.
The Sun, all those shit.
Yes.
Yeah, so their influences, and this is the same in Nigeria, where who watches NTA? Who watches NTA?
Nah, nobody.
Exactly. So these politicians and big wigs have completely cornered the entire information. All your biggest bloggers and influencers are in their pockets. They decide what is news. They decide what creates mass hysteria.
Yeah.
And it's always nothing that changes anything institutional.